Welcome, welcome, welcome. And wow, it feels so good already. It feels good already. Felt good before we got here. So this song is in your program as well. It's entitled Reveal. So from our already opened heart space, let's sing this song together. Reveal, reveal the love inside of me. Reveal the love that I was meant to be. Every time I open up, love is what I see. Reveal the love in me, the peace. Reveal, reveal the peace inside of me. Reveal the peace that I was meant to be. Every time I open up, peace is what I see. Reveal the peace in me, the joy. Reveal, reveal the joy inside of me. Reveal, reveal that I was meant to be. Good thing I'm listening to y'all. Every time I open up, joy is what I see. Reveal the joy in me. Let's take it up. Reveal, reveal the love inside of me. Reveal the love I was meant to be. Every time I open up, love is what I see. Reveal the love in me, the peace. Let me hear you. Yes. Reveal the peace I was meant to be. Every time I open up, peace is what I see. Reveal the peace in me, joy. Reveal, reveal the joy inside of me. Reveal the joy. Yes. Every time I open, what do I see? Joy is what I see. Reveal the joy in me.
Thank you, Jim and Sunny, for welcome us in. And now let's just go inside. Let's just allow the eyes to close and just take a deep breath. Just breathing in this beautiful radiant light of the evening, this music. Just breathing out, just letting go. Just reveling in the light of God, reveling in true spirit, in the beauty the grace of this evening, knowing that it is all God, it is all Spirit. Just allowing Spirit to just be in each being, knowing that we are all God, knowing that as I am, the strength, the love, the word, the power of God, this is true of each one of us. So just blessing this evening, allowing the revealing to continue as our ears open, as our voices lift in song and unity, as we come together to hear the words of Reverend Sunshine, just being in this place in the heart of God. We're letting gratitude flow, appreciation for life, appreciation for knowing all that there is being revealed to us. And so it is. The book for the month is Practicing the Presence by Joel Goldsmith. And Reverend Sunshine's message tonight is Harmonious Living. And my name is Linda Light. I'm your master practitioner for tonight here at Seaside on this beautiful evening. And the reading that I've chosen, divinely, happens to be from the book Practicing the Presence. So I just invite you to just listen, take in, drink in every word. In the infinite way, the age-old theme of meditation and inner communication is emphasized, the practice of which enables a person to come out and be separate. Rather he is sitting reverently in a church, rather he has retired to some quiet corner of his own home, or rather he is basking in the sunshine of a garden, and forgetting the things of this world, to turn within and make contact with his inner forces, with that which we call God, the Father within, the Christ consciousness. The experience of Christ consciousness is a present possibility. The way to that experience is through meditation. Far too many aspirants to the spiritual way of life know the letter of truth and are satisfied to stop there. I am God's perfect child. I am spiritual. I am divine. And then find that we are just as poor as we were before, or in just as much trouble. These are only statements. It's similar to sitting in a dark room and saying over and over again, electricity gives light. That's a correct statement, but we shall be sitting in the dark until, by turning on the switch, a connection is made with the source of electricity. So nothing's going to happen to us, regardless of how many affirmations of truth we know or repeat, unless we attain the consciousness of that truth and realize our oneness with our source. Meditation is that way. God is found in consciousness. God is where we are because I and my Father are one. Where we are, God is. Where God is, we are, because we are one, inseparable and indivisible. New night. All right. Now I'd like to invite Reverend Dr. Christian to come up and give us a welcome.
Well, good evening, everyone. Woo, what a joy it is to be with you this evening on a significant and momentous night in the history of Seaside. Truly, it is a significant marker in what is about to unfold here. For Seaside is on a path this year of growth and expansion and prosperity and ever expanding good. And so it's my joy to welcome one of the newest players, a couple of the newest players here at Seaside, and to officially welcome you on behalf of an excited congregation, on behalf of your board of trustees, the ecclesiastical team, and especially Reverend Tammy, who wanted to be here but didn't want to make, sit in there, make you nervous, whatever that is. But what I want you to know is we have been awaiting your arrival. And I also want you to know how, you can give her applause for that. I'm talking about Reverend Sunshine Daye, of course. And I want you to know how excited she is. There is a ministers listserv, which I don't know, there's 500 or 800 ministers that play on this thing. It's too much. But anyway, it's a good way to communicate. And Reverend Sunshine was so excited this morning that when she woke up, she wrote, got on here somewhere. It was it's on the other page. It's got to be true. She wrote it. That's true. But anyway, she woke up this morning and just put out there, for all the ministers within our movement, say, I am super pleased to announce that today is the first day of my new joy as ministering for the Wednesday night services at Seaside. And what took place was a flood of responses and congratulations. Our Reverend Diane Naki said, hey, I got ordained there. You are so blessed and lucky. Here's one from Reverend Pat King. What a perfect opportunity for all of you in that magnificent Seaside family. Nirvana Gale, who has spoken here many times, he says, congrats, my dear Sunshine. I know you'll do a tremendous job simply because you're just that good. Woo! Seaside is a great center. Sounds like a marriage made in heaven. And there are a lot of others. Just one last one from the president of our movement, John Waterhouse. He said, how fortunate are those that will be blessed to bask in your consciousness. And that is so true. You are loved. We have among us one who is truly loved within this movement. An individual who is so respected. She has led the last 2 summer conferences. It's our Sealamar conference up in Monterey, California, where there, 800 people show up and just have a glorious time. She has been the chair of that. She has been the head of our business convention. She is truly one of the spiritual leaders in our movement. And I want you to know, I believe that she will be called one day the spiritual leader of our movement. She is respected. She is loved. She lives in Long Beach, and she has a partner that's just not quite fair. We have her sing on Sunday morning sometimes, but she has Sunny has just come back from an extensive tour singing through Asia to support these Wednesday nights. And so without any further ado, because I could keep talking, I just want, you guys got a taste of last Sunday on the 30th when she rocked the house on Sunday morning. But you know what? Every Wednesday night she's going to be doing that right here. Please join me in welcoming our new Wednesday night minister, the Reverend Sunshine Daye.
Thank you. Wow. What an amazing introduction. Thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction. What does one say after that?
That's your job.
I know. Who knew? Who knew? What a wonderful evening we have this evening. That we have the opportunity to simply gather and know and remind ourselves of the simple truth that right where I am, God is. I'd like to share with you that my talk title today is Harmonious Living. And one of the reasons why I wanted to at least start off with harmonious living is because the writer of Practicing the Presence, Joel, struck something within me that I think is true for most of us, especially when we come to spiritual communities like this. And that is, he was depressed, sad, broke. He didn't have any money. He didn't have any hope. He didn't have any idea what was about to happen for him. As we all know, even by the reading this evening, he went on to be this great writer, this avatar in my eyes, and a spiritual giant. But he started out very much like each and every one of us, searching, looking, longing, and desiring for a better way of life, looking to have better connections, looking and searching for this happiness that he knew was somewhere, which he later found was right here within. Harmonious living is living in harmony. I was looking up, and we can talk to our musicians if we need to, on the word harmony. Harmonious living, the word harmony, it sounds that are happening simultaneously, concurrently, that are pleasing. The key is pleasing. Because I can get on that piano and do some things that are not so pleasing. So harmonious living, in terms of even as we look at it and as we're with it as a feeling tone in the harmony, in harmony, meaning that it is pleasing unto us, that it is something joyous, something that I'm looking forward to. We have the opportunity to have a harmonious life, to live a harmonious life, to be in accord with nature and life and the principles of life to such a degree that we are in harmony with it, that we are in alignment with it. And most of all, that we are pleased with it. And I don't know about you, but I don't know what it is about being so down in the dirt and grungy and pitiful and incomprehensible and being demoralized and just being at our wits' end, that all of a sudden becomes that turning point for us, where we say something's got to give. I know Sunny Daye sings this wonderful song, Rock Bottom. It's a country song for those country lovers. Thank you. Come out of the closet. It's okay. It's okay here. We're community. It's okay. And in that song, Rock Bottom, she says, you have two ways to go, straight up or sideways. Because when you're there on the bottom, you're there in the bottom. There's nowhere else to go. Every trap door that was to go through, you there. You're at rock bottom. And that's what it takes for some of us. Or sometimes that place of, my life is just not where I want it to be. Where we think something's got to give. And where we begin to become open enough to make a shift, to make a change, to begin to look and search for that thing, that will fix us. The thing is that we're not broken. The thing is that it's not outside of us. And too many times we go searching for the right diet, the right clothes, Mr. Right or Mrs. Right now, to fix it, to fill that gap, that yearning to know our life as the life of God, because really that's what it is. It is this internal alarm that goes off that is simply saying, it's time to know your life as the life of God. It's time. This stuff is not working. No wonder you're sad and depressed and you're, oh gosh, it's time to know your life as the life of God. It's time to step into harmonious living. It's time to stop going against the grain, going against nature, going against that life within you that simply wants to express in its beauty and its majesty and its perfection. That is your internal alarm saying, wake up. And we seem to think that somehow we need to find it outside of ourselves. But so did Joel Goldsmith. So did I. I'm sure Christian did the same. And so many of us seek it outside of us for so long, when in fact, that power, that presence, that life is sitting in your chair. It's sitting right where you are. It is your life. It is closer than our breathing. There was a writer that said that God, life, this creative intelligence is closer than our neck vein. My neck vein is really close. And yet God is closer than my neck vein. God is my life. God is our life. But how do we access it? How is it that we begin then to simply turn away from the external and begin a practice that will catapult us into our harmonious living, into this consciousness, into this awareness where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that our life is that life that God is. Therefore, when we begin to live from this place, we begin to experience as our own experience, not watching it on TV, not the lifestyle of the rich and famous, but that it is indeed our own very life where we begin to experience and know for our very self peace, peace of mind, abundance, health and wellness, joy beyond limits. When we know our life as the life that God is, there is no limit to experiencing that fullness, that perfection, that life, that joy. And Joel wrote the whole book about it. He says when we expand upon our consciousness, that we begin to live a life beyond our wildest dreams. And he talks about how simple it is to do if we, in fact, follow a few simple ideals. One, he talks about staying in the Word. And for some of us, that may sound a little weird, or I heard that before, or it doesn't necessarily resonate with me. And what I'd like to simply say is, what he means by staying in the Word is simply know truth. Familiarize yourself with his writings, with the writings of Ernest Holmes, with Scripture, with the Torah, with whatever inspirational books feed you. It could be Dr. Seuss. If it feeds you and it gives you truth, then read it. Know it. Begin to be with the Word. Begin to study it and know it for yourself. But that's not enough. He talks about a simple tool that we can take with us anywhere we go. On page 17, oh, it's over here. of practicing the presence. Once we begin to familiarize and be with the word and really know the truth, it begins to wipe out those lies that we believed. I'm not enough. I'm not worth it. There's not enough. It's not enough to go around. When we begin to abide in the word, when we begin to really stay in truth, those things begin to disappear as we know it for ourselves, as we begin to practice it and know it. He says gradually, as over and over again the temptation comes to say, I need, I want, I haven't enough. You want some cheese with that wine? I am sufficient. We remember that our sufficiency is in the infinite invisible. So whenever we begin to talk about what we don't have, what we need, what we want, we abide in that truth. I am sufficient. That great I am presence within us is sufficient. And we begin to simply remind ourselves of this truth. And he says this practice deepens spiritual consciousness. Simple. But are we willing to go to that place that we need to go to in order to really be in that place where we get to experience harmonious living? Once we know the word, which Wednesday after Wednesday we'll hear it, we'll experience it, it's really about our practice. It's really about taking it into our meditation, taking it into our prayer work, being with it. Because the truth is that I can tell you all about God, my experience of God as my life. I can tell you and quote many, many great people. But until I have my own personal experience, it's just talk. It's just what other people have said. And so it is with us. That we can study, which is important. We can do our affirmations. Utterly important. And we get to take it a step further, which is really to be in that quiet meditation where we simply invite that awareness. We simply invite love, life, infinite intelligence to reveal itself as our very life, that we might experience it for ourselves. So if you would clear your laps for a moment. And simply begin to allow the chair to support you. And as you take your next natural breath, simply recognize that there's this power and this presence and this life that is living as you right now. It is breathing you. It is living you. It is you. Recognize that there's no place in your body where God's life ends and your life begins. It is that one. And allow Spirit to speak to you in a language that you understand. Take in that which has already been given through music, through our reading, through the love shared by this spiritual community and allow Spirit to speak to you in your own silence. silence of our heart, we do so in gratitude. Grateful for all that has been given, for all that has been received. Grateful to simply anchor in the truth that our life is that life that God is. Beautiful, magnificent. Divine creativity flows from us. Abundance and peace and joy flows from us. We allow ourselves to anchor the words spoken by Joel Goldsmith. I am sufficient. And as we carry that with us all week, as that tool that we get to use, as that phrase that we get to remind ourselves of this truth, for it is who we are. We are indeed God expressing beautifully and magnificently in this human form. Therefore, that which is true of God is true about us. We anchor that in. And we allow it to be made manifest all week long. I am sufficient. It is so, and so it is. Amen. And it is from this place of peace, this place of knowing, this place of that we enter into our conscious giving time, knowing that we have received so much already, knowing that we have already been blessed, and now we have an opportunity to be a blessing to this community, to one another, to the activities of Seaside Center for Spiritual Living. So as you gather that which you have brought to give, I simply invite the ushers to come forward at this time. And thanking the ushers for their service, for their givingness. We simply take that which we have brought to share with the spiritual community and we hold it to our hearts. And we give it our own blessing. We give it a blessing from that place of gratitude. I've been given, thus I get to give. And as I give, I receive. And it is just the nature of life to constantly be in that flow, that harmonious living, that as I give, I also receive. So we bless our gifts, our tithes, our offering, and we know that they are being put to good use, that it transmits itself to services and programs. It keeps the doors open, that our children and that our friends that we have yet to meet can come to this place and be fed and nourished. So it is from this place that we give, from this place of gratitude that we give. So I bless that which fills these baskets, knowing that it is indeed multiplied. Go forth. As you give, it is also time for you to receive. And it is indeed my great pleasure to bring back to the stage Sunny Daye, who is, she's been singing right out of the womb, I tell you. People thought it was crying, but, she was inspired, and that was, it was song. And she's just a beautiful light, and she's accompanied by Jim. Thank you so much, the two of you, for the blessing that you are this evening. Please give another warm welcome to Jim and to Sunny Daye.
My soul sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you. My soul sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you. Oh Lord, my God, you are my strength. You carry me on your wings. You are in me. And my soul sings out to you. My soul sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you, yeah, yeah. My soul sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you. Your constant blessings flow to me like a mighty river to my heart. You are my life. Oh, you set me free, and I will love you forever and ever and ever and ever. My soul, it sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you, yeah, yeah. My soul sings out to you, my love. My soul sings out to you, you. My soul sings out, my soul, it sings, it glorifies you, Spirit. My soul, it sings out. Oh, I love you, Spirit. My soul, it sings out to you, yeah, 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 yes. My soul, my soul, my soul, my soul sings out to you, to you. Oh sweet Spirit. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, my soul sings out to you.
Thank you, Sonny. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Whew. One of the wonderful things that we get to do right now is simply be in community and have a community discussion, which is great for me because you know what that means is I get a chance to come down from the podium and from the pulpit and come down here with you. And this time together is simply an opportunity for us to support one another in community, to simply share with one another what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we got from that which has already been so laid out, whether it was in the reading or the music or the talk or just something that you got out of your meditation. But it's simply an opportunity to have the community voice heard, that we might support one another in really revealing the truth of who we are. And so I get to grab this mic right here. And I get to come down these steps right here. And then beloved Melanie gets to turn this mic on. Seriously. So who would like to start us off in simply sharing something that they got from, there was no hesitation. She was like, right here.
I'm Dawn. Hi.
Hi.
I love Joel Goldsmith, so thank you so much. I love his work because he's such an absolutist. Everything is like absolute truth. And what I got out of your talk tonight was that I'm there, like that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. And it's really nice that you're coming in here at this time, and this is just such a wonderful year we're going into all together, and we get to create our life like from scratch. We all kind of went down low. Maybe not all of us. I know I did. I'm not going to speak for you. I went down pretty low. And now I just really feel that this is a new life for me and for all of us, and we're just creating it all fresh and new. So I'm really, really glad you're here. That's it.
I'm glad you're here, and your name is
Dawn.
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 Dawn. That's easy, right? Because you know when the sun comes out, it is the.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Just saying. Thank you, Dawn. Something that you take with you this week.
Hi, well, my name is Soraya, and I'm so very
Soraya?
excited. Yes,
All
that's
right.
not so easy, but you just call the wind Mariah Soraya. There we go.
Ahí
That's what they
nomás.
say. Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here and sharing your beautiful gift and talents and all the wisdom that God has given you. And I just want to say the presence is here. Totally, honestly, my whole entire being is being just, I couldn't even resist to cry from so much gratitude when you sang. And so I'm just so very blessed to be here, and thank you.
Thank you, Soraya. Mm-hmm. I feel another hand popping up. There it is. Hello, beloved.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I really liked your talk about being sufficient because I'm just starting a new quarter and I'm just starting to learn my scales in music theory. And I've always been really good at learning things the first try. And I've always been afraid of scales because you can't learn them the first try. You learn them about the 500,000th try. You know, you keep trying and you keep trying and you keep trying and you beat your head against the wall enough times that you get it. And so I'm grateful to remind myself because I was doing them today and I was a little scared because, you know, I'm not getting them, you know, I'm not like this avid guitarist right away. And so I'm grateful for reminding myself that I'm sufficient even when I have to practice things. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Vanessa. And you bring up that point about practice because we've been so conditioned, some of us, who haven't yet gotten on that real road of just ease and grace yet. But some of us have been so conditioned to believe that we're not enough or that there's not enough or that I need or I want, that it takes practice to remember I am sufficient. That great I am within us is simply saying I am sufficient. Don't look out there. It's in here. The sufficiency is in here. It's within us. And it takes practice and practice. Why do you think they call these great people practitioners? They keep practicing. And the thing is that as we continue to come back week after week on Sundays and Wednesday nights, we become practitioners. The only difference is there's a licensed practitioner and then there's practitioners. We practice this presence. We practice knowing this truth. We continue to practice it. And then those who go on into studies become licensed practitioners. You know for sure that they've done the work. They have a license. And the rest of us get to practice. Okay, who else? Thank you, beloved.
So my name's Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what I got tonight was this amazing simplicity. Because I don't know how many times you have to hear this, but the fact that God is our life. All this work of us doing stuff and all this going out there. You know what I got tonight was what is the doing that's doing that? That's the starting place and the ending place. But we hear it all the time, but somehow it's such a simple message that it just needs to come through sometimes. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I mean by it's simple, because it is. It's so simple. It's like math. It's actually like science. We do this, we go within. We get to know it. We get to know it. We get to live it. We get to breathe it. Hello, beautiful. Will you stand and tell us your name?
Sure. I'm Rosalind, and I just really like the simple experience of singing my soul singing I love you. And I just like singing in my soul.
Yeah.
Time period.
Absolutely. And that's a practice. Even if we take the simplicity of our music, my soul sings out, or reveal the love that I was meant to be. That's our prayer. Our words are our prayers. They say that singing or that a song is a prayer prayed twice. So you got a double power on that because you're singing it. But whatever it is that we use, whatever tools we use to really get us into that place of knowing this simple truth, that's what we get to practice, and that's what we get to anchor in. Somebody's hitting on you. Soraya's hitting on you. She must want you to say something. Thank you, Bill and Vanessa. And
oh my God.
you don't have to. I'm just saying. I'm holding the mic, but if you'd like it, vamos. ¿Vas a hablar? ¿Vas a hablar? Okay. Ella va a hablar. Hi.
Hi, I'm Frances, and I really feel the spirit here tonight. With all of us here, it's powerful. I've been coming here for the last probably 6 months, and I've really enjoyed it thoroughly. And I have learned, too, that the Spirit is here, and it has touched me. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. You know, the joy that she's expressing right now that's how Spirit works. You know, sometimes it's just no words. Sometimes it's just that feeling like I'm changed. Something's happened. There's a shift. And we begin to feel that change. And it's here,
Right.
Francis,
Yes,
because you brought it here.
thank you. And I hope to give it to everyone.
Absolutely. It's infectious. Give it to everybody. You got it? Look it. All right, we have time for one last waving hand in the back. Hi, beloved.
Hello, beloved. It was a wondrous night. Thank you. I love the way that you expressed the fact that we're sharing spirit. I thought I'd lose something. I love Tammy so much, but I've lost nothing. Tammy's still in the room. You're in the room, and you expressed that very well. That we're all the spirit within ourselves, and when we're in harmony, we're all sharing that. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh, thank you. Thank you. There's always an expansion. There's always this expansion. There's never a lack. There's never not enough. The nature of God is limitless. The nature of spirit is all. And when we begin to simply tap into that and know that, we know that source and supply is right where we are. We have that opportunity to tap into that. And if we feel it here, we feel it everywhere, and we can. We just get to remind ourselves of that. And it's my promise to you that week after week, as we come together in spiritual community, that we grow together, that we reveal this truth together. Believe me, I haven't arrived at the mountaintop yet. I'm on the journey myself. But week after week, as we come together in community and as we begin to support one another, and as we begin to share our experiences, as we begin to share the new revelations that come week after week, we begin to simply know that when it happens for one, it's happening for all. We begin to see the possibilities in each and every one of us. We begin to really dive deeper in our own meditation, in our own practice, in our own knowing of truth, even when we're away from here. Because that's the key that unlocks the door for us to feel the freedom and to know the truth beyond our wildest dreams. And sometimes we may not know what we want, but sometimes for sure we know what we don't want. And that's enough to get us in that direction of going within and seeing what it is that Spirit has in store as our life, that it reveals more and more this grand and glorious life that we get to live. And so in closing, I'd like to invite you to open up your programs. There's many classes that are starting out, many activities that are happening here at Seaside. I want to make sure that you know that our practitioners, Linda, who was representing the practitioner consciousness on the stage, and Kathy Paulson, who was in that field of light, just simply holding vigil in the silence. I'm glad she's a practitioner, because if she, was off a little bit, the whole service would have been off. So I'm grateful that, she's a powerful practitioner holding the light for us. That the both of them will be available for us after service in the chapel for prayer. Whether you're wanting prayer to know a deeper truth, or whether you're wanting to do prayer to simply be in gratitude, they're available to you. I want to thank Jim and Sunny for great music tonight. And a special thanks to our AV crew and our logistics crew, Melanie, and thank you to Jenny and our ushers tonight for all your service. Could not do it without you. Let us rise and sing our closing song.
This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see, with open hearts and open hands. We lift our voices, in love we stand. This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. Oh, we lift our voices, in love we stand. We lift our voices, in love we stand.
Go forth. I am sufficient.
I am sufficient.
Please meet me in the family rooms where we can continue our discussion. Good night.
Thank you, Reverend Sunshine.
Thank you, Sunny
Reverend
Day.
Sunshine.